And that is where we begin here at 5:30 with the death of a woman in Warrensville Heights. She was a business owner and a prominent member of her community, Amanda Williams. She was murdered on Monday.
And tonight, as the community grieves that deep loss, detectives say they have a suspect in custody.
She had a successful business, a loving family, and a life built on her own terms. From the outside, Amanda Williams was living the dream. We often look at a beautiful life and assume the walls that surround it are for safety, for protection. But what if those walls were the very things trapping her? Have you ever felt a knot in your stomach about a relationship a friend was in? Have you ever noticed the small things that seemed off and thought to yourself, I hope they're okay? This is the story of Amanda Williams, a community pillar whose life was not just taken, but meticulously controlled and ultimately ended by the person she trusted most. This story isn't just about a murder. It's about a man who couldn't handle losing control and what he was willing to do when his illusion of power finally cracked. How could a love story turn into a crime scene? And what did Amanda do that made him choose murder over a simple farewell? Before we get into the details, if you find this story important, kindly hit the like button and share it. It helps us get these critical stories to more people who might need to hear them. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. The night of October 10th, 2023, was just ending in Warrensville Heights. Shortly before midnight, a call came into 911. The voice on the other end was clear, controlled, and direct. The man on the line was Tirrell Edwards, and he delivered a statement that would chill the dispatcher to their core.
She come back upstairs with the knife, so I recorded her again. She grabbed the phone out of my hand while I'm trying to record and took the knife and poked the screen and pushed the screen on the phone. Then she slinged the phone. And then she come talk to me, so I'm running around with her. I jumped up on the bed, and when I jumped up on the bed, she tried to come down on me with the knife, so I grabbed her gun from under the mattress, and she jumped, she was trying to come out. I shot, man. I kept telling her, baby, calm down, put the knife down, stop.
He had killed his fiancée. Police arrived at a quiet house on Sunset Drive. Inside, they found the body of a woman with multiple gunshot wounds. She was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. Her name was Amanda Williams. She was 46 years old. But Amanda was more than a victim. She was a professional powerhouse. For 27 years, she was a master cosmetologist, the owner of Lamode Salon, a popular spot in University Heights. Her professional handle, at Amanda Hairstylist, was a brand in itself. She was an entrepreneur who created a line of hair care products for women of color. She was also a mother to her adult daughter, Tyler, and a grandmother. She was a proud sister of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. She was, by every measure, a woman who had built a remarkable life for herself and those around her. So, how could a man confess to killing this woman, a woman he was supposed to marry, only to change his story later and claim he acted in self-defense? The answer to that question would force everyone to look at the shadows of their relationship and confront a truth far more disturbing than a simple crime of passion. For years, Amanda and Tirrell Edwards' relationship appeared normal to the world, but behind the scenes, a different reality existed. The court documents would later reveal a history of manipulation and physical abuse. Family and friends had seen the signs, but the full extent of the violence was hidden. The prosecution presented evidence in court that included pictures of her injuries and chilling text messages from Edwards where he wrote, "I'm sorry I kicked you in the face." In November 2020, 3 years before her death, a text from Amanda to Tirrell painted a stark picture of her reality. She referred to herself as a battered woman. That specific phrase tells you everything. It's not just about one argument or one incident. It describes a cycle of violence that had become a defining part of their shared life. Even as he admitted to these events, he would try to minimize his actions and deny his violence. The tension in their relationship escalated in the final days of Amanda's life. After she returned from a work trip, she and Edwards had an argument over the phone. But it was a seemingly simple, yet profoundly significant, decision Amanda made that would seal her fate. She contacted her phone service provider to remove Tirrell from her account. To a man who exerted control over her, this act of independence was a direct challenge to his authority. It was her final, defiant step towards freedom. What happened when she got home? The truth of that last encounter lies not in his testimony, but in the wounds she suffered and the evidence left behind. In court, Tirrell Edwards took the stand, offering his version of the night Amanda died. He claimed she came at him with a kitchen knife, that he was scared, and that he had no other choice but to fire his weapon in self-defense. He told the jury that the shooting was a panicked reaction to a direct threat.
In the courtroom, the prosecution played those cell phone videos. Edwards had previously told Warrensville Heights police that he started recording the videos when Williams pulled a knife on him, holding him hostage in their bedroom. He says that when she attacked him with the knife, he shot her several times in self-defense. We're about to play 2 of those cell videos that are disturbing.
You gonna stab me?
I'm going to defend myself.
I won't defend yourself from
I'm
what?
going to defend myself.
You acting violent? There you go. See? No, you chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
You know what?
Chill out. Why'd you try to help me with?
You know what? You know what?
The prosecution next plays the video of the shooting in slow motion and rotated for easier viewing. They stress that in the video, Edwards never asks Williams to put down the knife, never tells her he has a gun, and doesn't warn her that he's going to shoot her. They also say that while Edwards is near the headboard of the bed grabbing the gun from under the mattress, Williams is several feet away towards the foot of the bed and was not near or approaching Edwards.
But the physical evidence told a very different story. The prosecution methodically showed how his account was impossible. Edwards had fired 6 shots, striking Amanda a total of 8 times. Crucially, the fatal wounds were to her neck and her back. This is not the pattern of someone defending themselves from a frontal attack. Medical examiners further testified that one of those wounds would have left her completely paralyzed from the neck down, instantly, making her incapable of holding a knife, let alone posing a continued threat. The fact is, he continued to shoot her after she was already incapacitated. And then, there was the most damning evidence of all, 3 videos recorded on Edwards' own phone. The first 2 were short clips of their argument before the shooting. The third was a chilling audio recording of the shooting itself. Though the video was dark and shaky, it captured the sounds of the final moments of Amanda's life, a horrifying record of a story that wasn't told in panic, but in calculated aggression. After the shots were fired, Amanda's adult daughter, Tyler, found her mother on the ground. She wanted to help, to give aid, to call for an ambulance. But Edwards stopped her. He told Tyler to go downstairs and make the call herself, but explicitly prevented her from going near her dying mother. This final act of control, denying her daughter the chance to comfort her mother in her final moments, exposed the reality of his intentions. When someone is genuinely scared and acting in self-defense, their first instinct is to get to safety, not to prevent someone else from helping the person they just harmed. If you are experiencing abuse, remember that an abuser's control often intensifies when you try to leave. Having a safety plan in place is essential for anyone considering leaving a dangerous relationship. I want to hear your thoughts on this key piece of evidence. What does his refusal to let Tyler help her mother tell you about his mindset that night? Leave a comment below. After a 4-day trial, the jury delivered its verdict. They found Tirrell Edwards guilty of 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and 1 count of domestic violence. While he was acquitted of aggravated murder, a verdict that requires proof of premeditation, the jury's decision was definitive. They believed Edwards had intentionally killed Amanda. His self-defense claim was rejected, and he was held accountable for his actions.
I'm speaking for my mom because she's not here to tell her story. My mom did not deserve this at all. She was the best person, the most loved. I thank you guys for the support.
Amanda's daughter left this police station expressing optimism that her mom will get justice. Pastor Vernon says he shared with the police pictures and texts that will prove what he's saying, that she was murdered without cause.
On the day of sentencing, the courtroom was filled with the collective grief of a family and community. Amanda's daughter, Tyler Williams, stood before the court and spoke through her pain. "I just can't stomach the fact that I have to live the rest of my life without my mom," she said. "My daughter has to live the rest of her life without her grandma because a coward wanted to take her life." She spoke of the simple moments she would never have again, the phone calls, the updates, the milestones her mother would miss, like her brother's college graduation. "He can do that," she said of Edwards still being able to talk to his family. "We can't get my mom back. Ever." Amanda's murder became a catalyst for change. The tragedy united her community, and her legacy began to take shape. Her church, the word church, and her sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, in partnership with the Omega Psi Phi fraternity, launched a powerful initiative. They created a Love Shouldn't Hurt webinar series to raise awareness about domestic violence and provide resources for safe exit plans from abusive relationships. Amanda Williams was more than a victim. She was a woman who built a life with purpose and passion. Her death, while a devastating loss, sparked a movement to protect others from a similar fate. She is a reminder that the conversation around domestic violence is not just a conversation about statistics, but about real people whose lives matter. Her story is a warning, a call to action, and a reason for us all to pay closer attention. If you found Amanda's story impactful and want to see more content that uncovers the truth behind these cases, kindly subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to share these important stories and advocate for victims. Our hearts ache for Amanda's family. Words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in the memories of Amanda. Thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.